Hello. Hi, everyone. How are you guys tonight? Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to say hello to all of my lovely friends. Ryan is off camera at the moment because we have our season 1 episode dropping today, and it was supposed to be before now. So it's okay. We're working it out. Little glitches here and there and time issues, and we've had quite a week, so let's jump into this and just welcome you all. And thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Linda, thank you so much for coming in. You sent some really good ideas, and I'm going to talk to Ryan about them. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but thanks so much for coming by tonight. As always, I appreciate you. Hi, Kevin, hiking with Jackie boy. Done any hikes lately? I bet you have. Just walking all over with that little guy, hey? And Tiffany from Canadian Family Life. Hi there, hi there. Hey, Lee, how are you doing? Hi, Karen. Nice to see you, Karen Brest. Thanks for coming in tonight. Hi, Scott. How are you? Are you going? You're probably not going to Pinecone Fest. So we may have a smaller group in here tonight because I think people are off to the Pinecone Fest, and we aren't. Hi, Tish. Hey, welcome. I watched your live the other night. It was really amazing. You're really something, the way that you can get people to open up and feel so comfortable, and you're never going to get me on there. I'm teasing. I'm totally teasing. But I mean, I don't even need somebody to try and make me cry. I'm so sorry last week. It was an emotional week for me. So anyways, I've got, hey, Deb, how are you? So it's Deb and not OJ, but welcome. Come on in. Everybody come on in and visit. And we're going to have an open mic tonight, so people can just come and sit and visit with us and visit with the whole group. We've had a busy week, and I will be leaving for the UK tomorrow. So it's going to be Ryan on his own out here. And
that's me.
So let's put you in the mix here. Yeah, I know. And he's no haircut still. And now it looks as though that might not happen for a while.
I'm hoping to get it before you go.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That would be good.
Yeah, no, he definitely needs to have his locks short a bit. So I will be flying to London tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have a safe journey. The world's in a bit of uproar at the moment, so one never knows, especially with the flying and all. I don't have that great of a history flying anyways. So I'm always so nervous every time.
Do people know why?
Lori. Hi, Lori. Start. Welcome in tonight. Jessie Miller. Hi there. Jessie Miller's Unboxings. She has a really, really neat channel. You have to go over and see her. Scott. Love the land every day. Hey, this is a good place to hang out. Howdy. Hi, Marty. Okay, we'll take note of that. Marty from Love the Land Every Day. I actually did check out your channel as well. So welcome to everybody here tonight. Yeah, it's flying terrifies me. It's always hard for me to go up in the air.
Do people know why?
Yeah, I think people know why. I think they remember. But if you don't remember, ask me and I'll tell you. So we are dropping our new episode of our season 2. Like, it's ready right now.
It's uploaded. It's just rendering the HD right now.
Yeah.
So it'll be in like 20 minutes and then it'll be up.
Yeah. So that will be, thank you, Scott. Thank you very much. Yes, us girls, these girls remember Melody. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, so yes, it's been on the island here, we have a lot to do. And so you'll see in episode 1 what's happened and why our work is a little bit easier. So we welcome a new fixture, a movable fixture,
A new addition to the family.
a new addition to the My Wild Home Island family.
Yeah.
And it's, thank you, Kevin. Jackie Boy says, woof. And Opal's, she's not saying much of anything at the moment, but at least she's not scratching at the door again. So that's good.
Yeah, it's really nice out.
It is. It's actually incredibly beautiful out today. And for these northern falls, it's really quite wonderful. Oh my goodness. We came across the lake from the truck last night on a boat, pitch black. You'll see footage at some point with the mist rising, but we had flashlight. And so you couldn't see anything hardly because the mist was capturing the light. And there we were. Yes, exciting. Thank you, Marty.
Have any of you driven with high beams in a blizzard? It was kind of like that.
Oh, it was, and the thing is that it's pitch black right now.
No moon.
Yeah. So the stars are amazing. It's so gorgeous up there, but no moon. So we're out on the lake in a boat with Opal and us. And Ryan's like, keep the light on for me. And I'm directing, standing in the boat. I hope Jim's not in here because I would be in big trouble. Hi, Wanda. How are you? Standing in the boat, shining the light. And we were far from shore at one point. He couldn't see anything.
Literally couldn't see anything.
Yeah. And I was yelling back saying, follow the light, follow the light.
You weren't yelling. You were just enthusiastically directing.
I was yelling my head off because it was, I was ahead of him and we were going in the boat and you couldn't hear a thing. So I was just trying my hardest to make sure that he could hear me, trying to direct him. And oh my goodness, it was a wild time. We did not get back to this cabin until
just about midnight.
Almost midnight. Yeah. And so sundown here is around what now? 6:30ish?
Yep.
So it had already been dark for a long time. And of course, we got out of the truck and I just started feeling like, hey, Ruby, welcome in. I started feeling like a bear would come out and kill me or something at any moment. And it was getting kind of nerve-wracking last night. So we made it and we're here. And Ryan is going to be staying on the island. And hopefully I'll be able to come back to the island before the snowfall happens. And
hope so.
Yeah, me too. I hope so. We have just like so much to do still. We don't want to leave. Like I told you last week, we're actually looking at a little hovercraft. We talked with someone about that. So if we could in any way get back in the winter, which, oh my, with everything that's going on, I think people need a place to go, right? So anyways, that's kind of our deal right now. Ryan has to button up everything. We've got the solar, well, they know about the solar panels now, yeah. So he's buttoning that all up, and we've got to make sure that the barge is good and secure and safe. We're thinking of, after the vandalism that happened last week, we're thinking that maybe it would be a good idea to board up our windows and stuff. Like you just never know, right?
It's unfortunate, but I think necessary.
Yeah, I think it's sad. It's sad, isn't it, that it's even something that you have to consider, but maybe not a bad idea to do.
Might be a bit tricky.
Hi, TNT Adventures. Hello. It will be tricky, you think? Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Hi, guys. Welcome on in. Hello, hello.
Well, you're a really good asset when it comes to doing the big jobs like that, right?
I'm a helper.
Yeah. Well, you're a rigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're trying to do it by myself. I'm going to have to go full Egyptian and MacGyver to get it done.
Well, the thing that I am concerned about is that he has fallen from a ladder and hurt himself.
My
And
fault.
yeah, I wasn't there. As a matter of fact, he was working in the back and I didn't even know anything had happened. And then I saw him limping up the driveway. Like we actually had to take him to the emergency. Um, he broke his foot, I think, and his hand. Did you, or what was it again that you broke?
I broke
Something.
my two toes, two fingers,
Oh, yeah.
and really hurt my shoulder and elbow
Yeah.
and one of my ribs. I think one of my ribs was cracked, but
Oh, right, right. So, my goodness. So it's a little bit, yeah, I know. It's a little dangerous when somebody's working by themselves. And I would tend to do that. We got a trail cam the other day. So we have a trail cam. Just for, yeah, for visitors. And hi, Mona, welcome in. So for visitors and people that maybe aren't even welcomed visitors that didn't get an invitation. So because everybody else would get an invitation. But we have put up security cameras this week. Yeah.
they're awesome.
So now we just watch our phone
We can
to
pan
see when we're sitting in the cabin. We actually will look at our phone to see if there's anyone out there, hey, like a bear or a moose or something.
They're really cool because if somebody comes on the property, it's got artificial intelligence, so it tracks them. So
Yeah.
the camera will just move with them and keep them right in the center of the frame. It's really neat.
Yeah, it is. It's a good thing. So, like I said, we just sit in the cabin and watch the phone and see who's walking around, which is only like either one of us or the dog. We have too much time on our hands, I think, is part of it. But I think that's a good idea. So we're probably going to do that in various places around the island. Because part of it is I think it would be really, really fun to see if there was, if there were bears or moose. We have not seen anything. This is our second year here, our second summer here, and fall and spring, and have not seen a single animal.
Well, you saw that moose swimming towards the island.
Well, I don't know to this day if that was a moose or if I just couldn't see. I just saw a big splash, but ahead of it, it was something in the water and then a splash ahead of it. Maybe. Yeah, I hadn't actually thought of that. That could be true. So that's the only thing that I've seen, but we did see a black bear and what did we see the other day? It was a black bear. He was just sitting
With
there.
a brown nose.
Yeah, he was so cute. We saw him last week.
That's just eating berries beside the road.
And then we've been hearing hunters. So we've been hearing like hunters shooting and all of those things. And I think that would be pretty cool to go out there and be part of that, part of the hunts. Here in Canada, you have to actually get a tag, I think, in order to even be eligible to get a big animal. So they have to, it's almost like a raffle or a lottery or something. They put their name in. And a lot of people just don't get that. There we go.
Am I crowding it?
No. It's good. And so I'm not really sure of how that all works, but did we wave to the bear? We totally did. We totally waved to the bear. What's, sorry. That's a cool type. Do you have an audio? Yes. We do have audio because before in Canada, or in BC, I don't know if it was Canada wide, but you were not allowed to have audio on your video, which we talked about this last week, but it just felt like it wasn't, what was the point? Right. But it's a great idea. Yeah, I know. Well, not our camper. It was actually our trailer. Yeah, I can understand who you think camper because we said trailer. It's the hauling trailer, the flatbed truck, the 28-foot trailer. So yeah, I know that's really the catalyst for all of that. But so then Jesse asked, how are animals getting to the island? Well, I don't think they are because maybe the water isn't deep. Yeah, no, we don't have animals on the island. So when I mentioned that we'd seen a bear, that was actually on the road in. So we're not seeing animals on the island, but we have been told that moose will swim over, and then on in the winter when it freezes up, that's when the wolves could come over, or the wolverines, or whatever. They can just walk on the ice then.
Good thing the bears don't come over in the winter.
Yeah, they go to sleep, so
They're sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping bears. Hey, Rob and Sarah, you've been splitting wood. Oh wow, good for you. I've tried. I think. Oh my, I I like watching wood splitting videos. I watched one last week and it was amazing. This guy can absolutely split anything. Yeah, moose could. Yeah, moose could for sure. Yeah, and we on one of our first episodes last season, we found that skull that we thought maybe was either a moose, or, and I think it was definitely was a moose. I mean, who has teeth, like all the way?
You thought it was a crocodile when you first looked at it.
I did. I thought it looked like a crocodile, but I didn't think it really was. But I know I love moose too. I absolutely love moose. I've always loved them.
This one's crazy about moose. She's got moose pajamas. She's got moose like sleepy shirts, moose hats.
I like moose. I think that they're such a almost a prehistoric looking big amazing creature. I just think I think they're really quite amazing. But and so on trips, of course, I've always been the one looking out the window trying to see if I could find them, and I could never ever see moose. And just recently, really, we've seen a fair amount of moose in the spring going out, right?
Yeah.
And then last year, a moose with the 2 or 3 babies swimming. Amazing. Wow.
Yeah, that was a nice moment.
It sure was. Really nice moment. I love moose too. I have moose pajama pants and jewelry and a moose themed bathroom. You really do love moose. I think, and then like a whole group of moose would be called meese, right? Or no?
Do you love meese, honey?
I love meese.
I love use.
I wear a lot of moose decorated items as well. My daughter Micah today sent me a funny little thing with I'm not sure why, but she sent me moose dropping jewelry. Moose droppings jewelry, and it was on, I think, TikTok or Instagram, and she sent me this video, and she finds the most amazing things to look at. And oftentimes if Ryan hears me laughing away, it's because of something that she sent me. So she's in the UK at the moment right now as well, so I will be going to meet her and my eldest daughter to go in.
Well, maybe we should invite Milk Honey Heritage Farms up to do a moose call so we could all hear.
Oh, hey. Yeah, anybody that wants to come in. We welcome you. We got to put the link up. And how does that all happen again? Invite. Okay. So we would love to visit one of you. So just a minute. Invite.
Yep. Copy and paste that.
But you don't put that on the actual thing because then anybody could come in. So you've got to put it like up at the.
Well, you can put it down there. It's okay because we control who actually comes up on the screen, right?
So thank you to our moderators, and welcome Facebook, and welcome anybody who's watching this replay. We'll put the link in. That's actually not what you're supposed to do though. Because anybody can click that, and I don't think the moderators can stop them once they've got it, but up here, if it goes through this, then they can.
Does anybody know how to do it?
So I don't think you should do that. Yeah, I don't think. Does anybody know how to? Here's us. Oh, we're having a open mic tonight. We just don't have a clue of how to do it. But I think okay. No. We won't do that. I think it's up here, actually. I think it's somewhere up there because you see it like when everybody else is having their lives and they do an open mic, there's like a little place up at the top there. Oh, maybe here. Okay, just a minute.
You can actually put it on the screen, can't you?
Put it on the screen.
Oh, but then they can't copy it.
Right. So, let me just see. We're going to look.
I would
right.
just put it there.
Okay, you know what? We just trust that everybody's going to be really great. Anybody that wants to come in and visit us, there is the link. Ugh, we've been told not to do that before, but I just saw somebody new in here that I wanted to address too. And David, I'm not sure how to say your name. Is it David Brobst? But we welcome you for coming into our live tonight. I think we met on Facebook and Off-Grid Living, I think, perhaps. But I want to just make sure that I saw him and that I wasn't just dreaming. Sorry, we kind of... Did you see him?
Back up. Something below.
Oh, something about Opal. Sorry. Ryan, you got Opal there to protect you. True.
Oh, yeah.
True. Okay. Okay, guys. Just a minute here. I'm out. Sorry. I did see. Okay. I mean, did I not? Hey, Glenda.
So Milk Honey Heritage Farms. Let's get you in here and let's hear this.
No, don't. But we don't want to put somebody in the spot like that.
Oh.
So yeah, we see that up here in Alaska. That's Rob. We have the annual moose dropping event. Oh, you do? Oh dear.
Do tell. What is a moose dropping event?
Yeah, what is that, Rob? I wouldn't put it in the link. I know. So Glenda, maybe you can help us with that. Don't send the link. Oh, I see. I mean, pin it. Oh, but you can put it in the link, but don't pin it. I see the link. Hi, Samantha. Welcome in tonight. But I saw David Brobst. I'm sure I did. Yeah, it's so good to have everybody in here. So anybody that wants to come up, I mean, not everyone at once, because then that's just too many.
Oh, we can have a party. 10 people on the
I saw him in here. Isn't that funny? But maybe not. No, I did. I totally did. But anyways, okay. So what's on everybody's agenda this week? You're a wonderful moderator. Well, we'll make you a moderator, Samantha. I think that, okay, Rob's going to join. Rob is going to join us in 1 second. And so as soon as we see him there, we can bring him up,
That's right? Yep.
And then he'll just come on in. He's just got to get his hair combed or something.
I didn't.
No, we don't even worry about that here.
I didn't comb my hair.
Thanks, Samantha, though. We'll definitely do that. We do this on StreamYard, so we can't make people it on when you're on StreamYard, I think.
Oh, you can do a private chat and send somebody.
Oh, a private chat. Did we already paste that thing? So chat with everyone in the studio. Yeah, but no one's in the studio. So I think Glenda may be meant to actually send it to someone. I'm not sure. But how are you doing, Glenda? Oh, thank you. That's really kind. You two look marvelous. How are you doing though? Are you feeling as good as new, or how are you feeling after your heart? And I'm not just saying private things. Private chats for those in the studio. We were on the forum and had talked about all of that. So Karen Bress is going to be making fudge for my niece's wedding next week. So would a person have to be having a wedding to have that fudge, or do they already have had a wedding? Are you wonderful? You are? Oh, that's so great, because that was a serious thing, really. Not just a small procedure, was it? Samantha, tell Melody how to do it. Oh, there's Rob. Just hold it. I can see him. Rob, welcome in.
Hey guys, sorry I'm a mess. I've been out splitting wood.
Oh, that's okay. Welcome. So
How
you're
are you
our
guys?
first open mic. We're great. You're our first open mic guest.
Oh, cool.
So what have you been up to? You were going to tell us about a moose dropping.
It started years and years and years ago, where they would take the moose poop and They paint them, number them, stuff like that, and they take them up in a helicopter and throw them out.
Oh,
And it's kind of
You're
like
kidding.
you ever see moose plot or cow plot bingo?
Really?
no, never.
Basically, when they have like a area spread out and you have a bullseye, so when they throw them out, whoever gets the closest to the center is the winner.
Hey,
And it can get quite high on some of the money. Not, I mean, it's not huge, but you know, it could be hundreds of dollars. And it's just a thing they do every year around the 4th of July. And it's been protested by a lot of animal activist groups because they thought they were actually throwing real moose out of a helicopter.
no.
No way.
It did not happen that way, but that's what everybody
I don't even
suspected.
think a real moose could be lifted by a helicopter.
That is so
Right?
hilarious. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, they didn't do it for a while because they were getting protests, and then they restarted it up a year or two back. And this year it was they had a pretty good turnout for it this year. We weren't in town for it because, you know, as you know, it's not easy for us to get in and out of town. And we try
Yes.
to go into town as little as possible. It's expensive for us because when we go in there, we have to get Airbnbs and stuff like that because we don't have a house in town.
Right, right, exactly. So for any of our friends in here today that don't know Rob and Sarah from Curmudge Inn, they own a place in Alaska. These are like the real deal Alaska people. So do you want to tell us a little bit about you guys, Rob? Now that we've got you here?
Sure. We actually purchased this property a little over 2 years ago. Actually, we actually signed the paperwork 2 years ago on August 31st. And
Really?
been here since then. We got here in August 10th of 21 into Alaska, and we're waiting to close. Prior to that, we had been in Florida. I'd been in Florida for almost 30 years. Started been down there about 10 to 15 years. And I had too many heat strokes. I was a shipwright by trade down there working on boats outside, and my body was just having issues with the heat because I have a few other illnesses. I have hyperthyroidism. I can't be in the heat anymore.
Oh, you do. Oh,
I knew that I had something wrong with me for years because I would have problems with the heat. And then when I was finally diagnosed, and then I had, was it 4 heat strokes in 2 months?
That was bad.
They said, you got to get out of here. And we looked at each other and said, okay, let's go.
Alaska.
wow. So you went like from the opposite to like heat to real cold, or
Yep.
no? It's not always cold in Alaska, is it? I
No.
used to think it was.
No, we average in the summertime mid 70s. We hit mid 80s a few times this summer, but it was
Nice.
kind of cool and wet this year. Last
Yeah.
year, the latter part of the summer was soaking wet, where we were having, I think it was like the second or third wettest summer in history last year.
Really?
Oh yeah, our
Huh.
trails are still not fully recovered from them
Right.
because it's a mile-long trail down to the tracks, and it's like a washboard. It's washed out in places 2-3 feet. And as I get chances, I'm rerouting the trail and fixing the trail from there.
Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. So
Building bridges.
it's not just, yeah, it's not an easy deal. That's interesting. So yeah, explain to people how you do get into town.
Well, we got a mile trek down. We used to walk it a lot. Now then we use 4-wheelers. Then we bought a side-by-side recently,
Right.
about 2 months ago.
Right.
So we take that down, and it's a mile trail through the woods. And then from there, we got to wait on a train. It's the Alaskan Railroad flag stop train. It's the last flag stop in this country. There's only one other one. I believe it's in Switzerland. And basically, we flag it down, get a ride into town. We pay, for us, it's about $14 each way per person.
Mhm.
And we get to town. We keep our truck at the train depot in the summertime. And then in the wintertime, we keep it at a friend's local business that they close down for the wintertime so we can plug it in so it doesn't freeze up.
Oh, that is okay. You live an authentic life out
Yeah.
there. That is
Yeah,
really
there are
cool.
no roads. The nearest road to us is 15 miles away.
Wow. And what's your nearest power pole? So are you on solar then as well?
Oh yeah, we're 100% off grid here.
Yeah.
Well, we have, people call it, well, you got Starlink and internet. That's not off grid. But to me, that's off grid. Off grid to me is having public utilities, water, septic, electric, to me, or gas, you know, that's, to me, that's on grid. Out here,
Yeah.
yeah, we have generators, so we have to get fuel. We do have electricity. You know, I've got 6 solar panels up in the house. It's not quite enough. We've got 2 big lithium batteries. We live comfortably. I mean, we've got a refrigerator, 2 freezers, you know, 65-inch TV, computers.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
You're
having a
set.
house.
Okay, so that's interesting, Rob, because again, I have been seeing this lately about how people are saying, well, you know, you're not really off grid if you've got Starlink or if you have solar, or, but like that's totally off grid
It
still.
is. If you look at the definition, it's somebody that's tied to public utilities.
Right. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. And it's kind of funny because, and I just want to
Yeah,
address Samantha
that's
really
fine.
quick. We'll do that after this live is done because we're on StreamYard, but we'll definitely add you, Samantha. Thanks so much. So yeah, this whole thing about, let me just, yeah, I'd say you're off grid. Yeah. And also with us too, right? I mean, we have no other, there is no other option, you know.
No,
Our nearest power pole is an hour plus away. So as soon as we see it, we're like, okay, well, that's where people on grid, on the
right.
grid live.
The last power pole for us is downtown Talkeetna.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
last. It's about 13, 14 miles. That's where the last power pole is. So
So how long a train ride is it?
it's about half an hour.
Oh yeah, okay.
The train trucks around pretty good. I mean, at certain stretches it'll hit 60, but most of the areas it's doing around 30 because from Hurricane Gulch down to Talkeetna is the whistle stop area or flag stop area. So they have to maintain a little lesser of a speed. So when they're going around, if they see somebody flagging, they can slow down in time. Like the last time we went into town, they didn't see us and they weren't warned, even though we told them we're coming in. Somebody erased the board, we've been picked up, and they were smoking the bricks when they were coming down the tracks to stop. So we actually had to go like down to get into the train. So,
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, nice to see you in here.
That's a funny story.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Sorry, Samantha Stewart. So she's saying, where am I from? Where am I from? So I was well, I was born as a wee babe. I'm from Alberta, actually, originally in Canada, and have lived in BC most of my life, though. But I am dyed-in-the-wool Canadian, and not always proud to say, but I am. I'm Canadian. But this is kind of fun. Oh, maybe I'll save it for another time. Anybody want to hear a story? So I was adopted when I was 12, but I went and I had the ancestry.ca, you know, blood work done. And then I did 23andMe, that blood work. And I don't know if any of you can see me, but I'm literally the palest person that you could ever meet, right? So I'm, you know, it would make sense that maybe I was, I don't know.
Norwegian.
Yeah, maybe Norwegian or something.
Italian.
I don't really look Italian, but it turns out that I am Italian, and I am, my great grandfather was the first Mohawk chief in Canada in the Bay of Quinte Mohawks.
Oh, wow.
Wow, cool.
No, that's when I saw that, and he's actually, I might have told you guys this before, but he's part of a very famous picture called the Six Chiefs of, it's a famous picture. Anyways, he's the one, I think, maybe second from the right. So that's my great grandfather, and who knew? But so I guess I'm originally even from way other parts as well.
Yeah.
But I love that ancestry stuff. Like, I am literally just beside myself with it, just finding the connections. And, you know, my parents both had very dark brown eyes, and I have blue. I mean, aren't these things amazing? Or am I the only one that thinks that? I don't know. I just think it's super amazing. So
she's always fiddling with her family tree on
yeah.
Ancestry.
Yeah, I am. I'm big into that kind of stuff, because when I had my children, I was like, oh, it would be, because I don't look like anyone in my family. And I was like, it would be so neat to have children that look like me. You know, I could say, oh, you know, that's mine. I don't really, but my twin boys do. Hey? My twin boys do look like me more.
Mhm.
But here we go. Okay. So, oh, you're hooked on Ancestry, Glenda. You are? Me too. I know. I love it. I love it. And so I'm going to get the really big membership where I like find all the little papers from like all around the world and stuff. Yeah. Anyways. So Rob, anything else you want to tell us about yourself? We're all.
I
Isn't that
can't think
cool?
of anything else.
Well,
I
come
just
up
wanted
and
to come on.
visit us.
Yeah, I just wanted to come over and tell you guys about the
About the
moose
moose.
dropping when you asked about it. So that was the big thing.
So when you had that chimney fire,
Yeah.
we saw the episode where you had the chimney fire. What happened after that? Did you change your piping
Good night,
so that you
Mona.
won't have another one? Well, you just left today.
I know. I swept it.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see in the video, I swept it. Basically, from where the floor is up to the second story, up is all stainless steel, and it takes a lot of heat to damage the stainless steel.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
And that's where most of it was up that way. The area on the flue right above the stove where the T is, it got hot, but it didn't damage it at all. We caught it pretty quickly. I mean, it heats up quickly, and Sarah smelled it pretty fast because the stove had only been on about maybe 5-10 minutes.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
had
Oh,
it
wow.
been longer than that and had been raging in there for a while, then I would have had to replace some of the piping that's below. That's all single wall. You know, a lot of people want
Yes.
double wall coming off the back of the stoves, and I don't want to do double wall off the back of the stove because I'm losing that much heat. I mean, this
That's
is a
right.
big house. This
Right.
house is under the roof. It's 1,900 square feet.
Whoa.
You know, so any little bit of air or heat that I can keep coming in is
Oh,
good. You
yeah.
know, this house is big for out in the bush.
Oh,
Right.
for sure.
Oh, it is. That's enormous. I mean, ours is how much? 196 square feet.
Right?
We're warm and cozy.
We're cozy.
Oh yeah, we're
So
cozy
that's
I
an
here.
old-
wanted to.
It's
that's an
77 in the house, and I have the stove way down because I was cooking and stuff earlier.
That's an Obadiah, right?
Yes, that's the Obadiah
We
2000.
watched a video of yours and saw that.
Yep.
Yeah. We're interested in those too.
It's a really good stove. I don't know if they make the Obadiahs anymore, but it's made by Hecco. So if you find a Hecco, it's just as good. It's made by the same company, and I believe
Okay.
that 520 and the 420 actually might be a little bit more efficient than this one here. We wanted one of the bigger JA Robies or one of the Heccos, but it was a 6 month to a year wait.
Oh, yes,
The
indeed.
girl called up and said, "Hey, I've got an Obadiah 2000. Here are the specs. It's got a bigger firebox, bigger oven, glass doors, and it's ready to go. It's got the water tank on the back, so you ain't got to pay extra. It's got the 24-inch fire tube, so you don't have to pay extra." She told me the price. I looked at Sarah and she said, "Okay." And we ordered it, and they said, "Okay, it'll be up in your area within 2 weeks."
So then,
Wow.
do you have to haul it on the train?
Oh no, that was flown in. You didn't watch the video.
Oh,
Not the
helicopter.
whole thing. Not the whole thing. No.
No, it was
Yeah.
flown in.
That stove.
Yeah,
Helicopter.
it was flown in on a helicopter.
Whoa.
Okay, well,
I'm
we'll have to
going
go back
back.
and see that. Yeah. Honey,
And that
you
was
gotta
just
show us
days after
fun.
we had a bad windstorm up here, where we had 100-mile-an-hour winds up here.
Whoa,
It
my
mangled up
word.
the airport down in Wasilla and in Palmer. They had planes flipped upside down. It was bad. There's still some buildings down that are not fully recovered after 2 years.
Wow.
I think the video that I watched where you mentioned the fire was when you were making that lasagna.
Yeah, but there, if you go back, I think it's the one where I do the, I think it's
Because
called,
that lasagna looked awesome.
oh, it was. Look for the video called The Kitchen Walkthrough.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
one where I
Okay.
actually show where it was flown in and stuff like that. So it was done in wintertime.
Oh, wow.
How cool. How cool. Neat. Thank you so much for coming up and telling us
Not a
about the
problem, guys.
moose.
I'm gonna
Uh,
jump out so you can bring somebody else in. It was good chatting with you guys, and we'll have to do it again sometime.
You betcha. Thanks so much for coming in
Keep
tonight.
those cooking videos coming because that was awesome.
There's actually another one dropping tomorrow. One of our subscribers, and we're also subscribed to her, Brun Free down in Australia, was cooking on the Barbie for her breakfast, and she kind of called out us, and Alaska cut the cord to make something for breakfast. So I did something a little different, but it'll be
Oh,
okay.
good.
Okay, well, we'll watch for that, everybody. Okay. Thank
All
you
right,
so much,
guys.
Rob.
Bye.
Good night. I wanted to also just address a couple of the things because sorry, but I was reading these side things and I'm all interested. So Grace and Fire, so that's Glenda. You guys are related. Oh, okay. Her family ran with the Hatfields and the McCoys. Glenda's did. And Glenda's mom is Anne. Anne and Lynn. Anne and Lynn Shaw.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And she's really super sweet. Yeah. So much fun. So, and Wanda Henry said that my daughter looks like me. You think so? Micah looks like me?
Yeah. Sometimes from some angles, she really does.
Really?
Yeah.
So Milk and Honey Heritage. Sorry for going back, everyone, but I just want to address these. Milk and Honey, what's your name? Because I like calling people by their names too. If you're not comfortable with it, that's okay. But that's interesting because your great grandfather was a McCoy. I mean, these are all really fun things. And I'm going to get off on a tangent with the DNA stuff, but I love it so much. Scott, are we having troubles with Starlink? Are we going in and out? Because I'm just wondering if that was Rob's or
It might be on his end.
yeah, that's what I was wondering. And then Glenda was saying that there are lots of McCoys. Are there? Really? That's so cool. And then okay, yes, tons of the McCoys. That's so. Anybody else related to somebody really interesting? Because that's really, really interesting to me. Linda, she said Glenda, they had a car like a TV show. It was also really funny. Glenda said that would be so interesting. Hey, there's Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse.
Hey, Brian.
We love Brian. How are you doing tonight, Brian? You just coming in for a few minutes to say hello? Everybody's saying hi to you. Oh, Heather. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Oh, was it us though, Scott, or was it Rob's, do you think? Were we having the trouble with Starlink or not? Because I'm going to have to talk to Elon about this if it's true. We don't seem to have too many troubles with Starlink, do we?
The last time he was here, he didn't really care about what we had to say.
Yeah, like he comes in here. He acts like he knows stuff about.
He acts like he owns the place.
But, anyways. No trouble there with Deb and OJ. So Glenda just said, it's on my paternal side that was the Hatfield and McCoy friends, not on your mom's side. Okay. But isn't that interesting? That is so much fun, hey? I always thought, wouldn't that be neat? Oh, sorry, I'm late. Oh, that's okay, Brian. I'm just glad that you're here. You're never too late for us. Never, never too late. Rebecca's saying, Rebecca's the one that does those hats, those amazing hats.
Oh, wow.
What?
That.
Oh, I should have told you on the live. A distant family member was on the HMS Bounty. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there's Kevin. We gotta let Kevin come on in here. Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Brian and
you?
Melody. How are y'all?
Doing really, really well. Hello, Jackie boy.
Yep, and he's making a showing. I just thought I'd come up real quick and say hi, And not this weekend, the following weekend, Joanne and I got a event where she's going to be representing the Humano Nation of Texas. So we'll be out in Fort Stockton, which is about little better than 300 miles from me. Use miles or kilometers?
Well, we understand miles. We use kilometers unless we're in the States. Then we use miles.
I actually understand them. It'd be about 1,800 kilometers. If I'm doing the calculation right.
That's a lot. So a kilometer is 5/8 of a mile. So
yeah, I go by 0.6.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
300 miles is about 500 kilometers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I didn't do the math right. No, I did wrong.
That's okay. That's okay. So we're talking about descendants. Are you related to anybody interesting, Kevin?
Me, no, not really. I can't really say that I am. But when you brought up the ancestry, Joanne uses that a lot in what she's doing. So,
Yeah.
so verified a lot of relations and even locations. You know,
What nation is she part of again?
it's called the Humano.
Humano. Okay.
Yeah, it's spelled
Humano.
with the J because it's a Spanish pronunciation. Jumano.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
and she has a Instagram page called Humano Indian Nation of Texas.
Okay, very good. Oh man, that's fun. That is a lot of fun.
And also the weather's getting better, and I plan to do some hiking coming up. I'm it's just overdue. This
Yeah, you
summer
have to.
this summer was just way too brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? In so many ways, just too hot for you guys. I mean, real hot for us. There was smoking everywhere.
It was way too hot for me too.
Yeah, way too hot.
And
Yeah.
also way too hot for him. I'm not gonna
Oh,
injure him on trail,
I
'Cause
know.
yeah, you take that it's 30 degrees Celsius here. Down there it's 35 to 40 down at the ground. So
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Oh, little sweetheart. Yeah.
oh
Um,
he's a tough little guy.
yeah. Him and Opal should become friends.
Yep,
Oh,
but
Opal
so
is our dog, Kevin. Opal is very
oh,
naughty.
and what breed or mixed or
She
closest?
is she is so mixed. It's not even like, I mean, we would have no idea. I bought a DNA test for her. When we got her, I bought a DNA test so that I could send it in to see what kind she was, and we've never gotten it done. But I think that would be kind of interesting too, if
I don't
that
even know
stuff
where that
works.
test is anymore.
I think it's in the bedroom somewhere, and I'll have to just go look for it. Yeah. I love getting packages in the mail. Yeah, so I order everything online and then it just comes in. But
Yeah, I think it's funny whenever I'm on trail and people see him and they call him a Chihuahua.
yeah.
Nope,
What
not a
kind of dog is
Chihuahua.
he?
Uh,
No. What
he's a
kind of dog is
miniature
he?
pinscher.
Oh. Oh yeah, you wouldn't be calling him a Chihuahua.
Nope.
No.
And
My word.
they were bred for specific purposes. They were varmint control dogs.
Really?
Yep.
Ah, very interesting.
So they're I think that's what bred in their toughness. Yeah, because
He's tough, is he?
they're fast and 10 pounds, but he's exceptionally strong.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Cute. Brian, so I saw Brian come in from the Vineyard Farmhouse. How do we send a link up so that if people want to come in? So, I made the mistake and I don't think I'm supposed to put it in the comments, but I did. But I don't know how else to put it up top. How do you do that? Because then you could come on in too. Because Brian's just said he'd like to come in for a visit, but I'm not sure how to get him in here.
Put the link there again.
Oh, I'd love to come in at some point. Should I put it in one more time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then Brian's going to come on in. And then
that way he could tell you how to put it in where it stays at the top of the chat.
okay.
I don't know. I don't really know how to do it. But Brian, I'm certain does.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I can't pin it for some reason. It says, oh no, did I just ban somebody accidentally? Uh-oh. Who was that? Did I just ban one of you? I did not mean to. I wonder who that was. It might have just been a complete mistake. Goodbye, Karen. Are you leaving now? Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. I will be connecting with you all from London, and we'll have a little chat. I'll have to come up next time you do this. Oh, too bad. Brian, how do I get the link up? If I were to invite you, oh, it's too late for you to come up there. You have to pin it in the YouTube chat. That's where you do it. You pin it in the YouTube chat. Okay. Okay, so now we know. Thank you, Glenda. Thank you. Yeah, and have a good night. That's true. Oh, there she is. Okay, well, that's really, really interesting about the DNA thing tonight. I mean, that's really gotten me going, because as much information as I can find out, I will. We actually have quite an interesting story in our family, which I will have to tell you someday. But
Which one's that?
Well, my whole lineage
That.
is very, very interesting.
Sure
As a matter of
is.
fact, it made the newspapers. It was so interesting.
You should write a book.
Yeah, I
All
should.
right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get on off, and it was a pleasure speaking with both of y'all.
In and letting us know that
Yep,
she's going to be representing the Jumano. Is it Umano?
Humano, yeah. I'll
Humano.
put the spelling in the chat.
Okay, is it Jumano?
Jumano.
Okay, good. Good.
So,
Thank you so much for coming in.
oh, you're welcome. Y'all have a good evening.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Bye.
So, she said, I'll buy your book. Would you really? You would buy my book? That would be very kind. It would take me a while to write it all, but it is actually kind of an interesting story.
That would be a good read.
It was interesting to me, I know,
Yeah.
because all this stuff happened when I wasn't even aware of it. But anyways, it's kind of fun stuff for sure. Now let me see. I didn't miss anything here. Okay, so as soon as we get off tonight, we are going to be dropping episode number 1, season 2. So if is HD done yet?
Yep.
It's done.
Yep.
So he could put it up right now even.
I could.
But then you guys would all leave and go and watch it. And so we don't want that either. Well, we don't mind if you do. But please do check that episode out, because it's just the beginning of a really I have to say.
There's some surprises in even episode 1. There's some surprises.
Yeah. And if you like surprises,
I like surprises.
I like surprises
Yeah.
for sure. I do. Oh yeah. Thank you, Kevin. Okay. That's good.
It was nice to have Kevin up.
Yeah. Okay, good. He's put that link up. Oh, that's nice. Humano Indian Nation of Texas. And that's his wife, I believe. So I've got to figure that. Yeah, I love surprises a lot, Linda says. Linda has some good ideas. She had emailed me earlier today, or messaged me somehow earlier today, and she's got some ideas. I'll be watching it, that's for sure. Oh, thanks, Brian. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, no, it'd be fun to talk to you. I mean, we still have 7 minutes if you want to come on up. But if you don't, really, if you want to do it for a longer period of time, I understand that too. How was grape season overall? I was interested to find out how it all turned out in the end. Yeah. And are your grapes like sweet ones that you can just eat and chew on, or are they just for like making juice and stuff? Because I wasn't really sure. But anyways, so anything else that we need to talk about before we go? I've been looking out at the lake, I have to confess, and I would not mind. Hey, Diana, look at you. Diana, our season 2, episode 1 is dropping as soon as we get off this chat tonight.
Yep.
Is it now? You could do it right now if you want.
I could. I'm going to wait till the live's over. I've got a couple tiny little tweaks.
Oh, a tiny couple of things to do. Yeah. But I'm thinking maybe I'll go and drop a line in the water too and go fishing for just a few minutes, because that will be my last fishing, I guess, of this season.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and so they're the kind of grape that you squeeze and the guts come out of the skin. Oh, that's funny. The kind of grapes that you squeeze. Oh, it doesn't sound quite as appealing anymore, does it?
Sounds fantastic.
Ooh, that sounds nice. I added some grape star cider this year. Oh, there's nothing like fresh grapes, though. It's so wonderful. Yeah, happy Thursday. Woohoo! Woohoo! No kidding. So I wanted to say that we will be doing a live next week, although I won't probably be here. So I think Ryan and I will be doing like a split screen, and it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning where I'll be. So
Are you serious?
yeah.
You're gonna get up and do that?
Well, I have to. I can't just leave my friends in the lurch
Now that's commitment.
and not visit. Well, I have to. Ruby says, very nice. We'll be watching. Brian says the grapes are delicious. Just wasn't what I was expecting when we moved here to a grape vineyard from California. Oh, did you move from California, Brian? I didn't know that. You were from California and then you moved and you got your own vineyard. And I'd love to actually talk with you about all of that stuff because you support so many other channels and stuff, but have I actually ever heard your whole story? We're going to have to bring Brian on here and talk about his whole story at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So next Thursday night, I will be in here. If you guys, thank you so much. If you guys come back here, then I will be here too. Because Ryan on his own in here. I mean, I'm sure he could do it. You could do it, could you?
I think so.
What would you talk about if you were just here all by yourself?
How much I missed you.
Oh, safe travels for you. Thank you so much. So Brian was 10 when they moved from California. Were you? We are. Yes, I am going to see my baby. And Brian says he would love that. So we will have to do that. That's for sure. And Rob said, good answer. Yeah. So, let me just see. I don't want to miss anybody, but, anything else that we wanted to say before we left? Prayers needed for us and for the health of someone in our family, and just for their privacy. I'm not going to say who it is quite yet, just to respect them, but thank you. Keep Ryan company with you in the UK. Yes. Yeah. Actually, I don't know how many of you go to the UK or if you have, but there is a little delicacy called Percy pigs that I'm quite in love with. They are wonderful and they're vegan, so they don't have gelatin in them. What? Company with you in the UK. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you very, very much. These little Percy pigs are the most amazing things, and I'm going to load my suitcase up with them and come back, and then maybe I'll have a giveaway and share a bag of Percy pigs with somebody.
That's a good idea.
Well, if I can keep them all, because normally, like I did have a lot this last spring when I was there, but I didn't hardly have any to come home with, is the problem. So, oh, you have been to London. Yes. Yeah. Will we be doing any filming? You know, I could actually be doing some filming there, giving you guys another little taste of London. And it's actually, London itself is an amazing place. I mean,
You can call it My Wild Holiday.
Yeah, My Wild.
No.
No, it wouldn't be My Wild Holiday. It won't be a holiday for sure. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope that you have a good week and that you're safe and that all goes well. And I will be tuning in next Thursday night, same time, same place. I'll be in a little bit of a different place. But yes, I will do some filming and maybe share it. I could probably do that too, couldn't I?
Maybe you could drop a little short or two.
Yeah. So good night, everyone. Thank you so much. We love you all. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.